I have a $15,000 plus side hustle to share with you. If you're interested in this, stay with me to the end and I'm going to be diving into this side hustle.
Welcome to the Wealth Legacy Movement, the space where we help you build your wealth legacy through entrepreneurship, side hustles, high paying jobs, and real estate ownership.
Hi friends, I'm Sophia from the Wealth Legacy Movement, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you a side hustle that I just came across a couple of days ago, and I'm going to be sharing with you, but there's a caveat. I'm going to be sharing some basic things with you because I just came across this and it is so lucrative that I decided to apply for it for myself. And when that process is completed for me, then I'm going to be doing a detailed video to share more about it with you. But for now, I want you to do your research because for each state, this side hustle can be different. The process to complete it can be different. And so I want you to dig deeply into your specific state and to get started with it. And this is why I decided to give you this basic information so you can use this to further dive into it. Okay? So let's dive right into it. This side hustle is the non emergency medical transportation. And this is where you start a business and then apply to be a provider for those persons with disability who want to get from one place to the next. They might have appointments, therapy, wherever it is that they have to go. You're going to help them to move from place of abode to wherever it is that they want to go and then take them back home. And that's essentially what the business is. And so the first thing that you need to do is to establish a legal structure. And that simply means you register your company, because it's so important to do business with a business rather than doing business with you being the business. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Because you want to separate your personal asset from your business asset. And this is why it is so important for you to establish a business, get a business registered rather than you being the business, or essentially is a sole proprietorship. You don't want to use that because you want to separate your personal asset from your business asset. And this is one of the main reasons why you want to create or to establish or to register a legal entity, right? And there are a couple of entities that you could look at, whether it's partnership, you're doing it with somebody else, LLC, whether it's you by yourself or multiple member LLC. And you could also do corporation. And like I've said, personally, I would not do a sole proprietorship for any business or even this one. I like to do the LLC, limited liability company. It protects you, it protects your personal assets from your business. Just in case somebody sues you, your personal assets are protected. All right. So once you get this established, that is the legal structure, your business registered, then you're going to use that to apply for your EIN. Your EIN, employment identification number. And that is, so you just simply need to go on the IRS website and to apply for this. You don't need to pay anyone to apply for this for you. The process is very, very simple. It takes like 10 minutes max to apply for your EIN. Once you do this, you're going to open a business account, because this is how you're going to be paid. Most persons will not use your personal accounts, bank accounts, to pay you. They need you to have a business bank account. And so step one, once you establish your legal structure or you register your company, then you're going to apply for your EIN, and then you're going to start the business bank account. Once you've done this, then you are going to apply for your NPI, and that is the National Provider Identifier Number. And this is what they use to identify your company from everybody else's, right? You need this number in order to be able to apply to be a provider. And this is where I have stopped, because it's going to take some days for you to get your NPI number. And I have applied for mine because we've decided to start this business, right? And I've done this because I want to show you that this is a lucrative business, and I'm going to be taking you on the journey with me starting this business. All right. So once you've established your legal structure, you get the EIN, you start the business bank account, then you apply for your NPI, your national identifier number. You, like I said, you have to wait a couple of days before you get this back. And once you get back that number, that information, then, as a matter of fact, whilst you apply and you're waiting for your NPI number, what I want you to start doing is to look at your fleet. What is it that you're going to be using to carry these disabled people, these people with a disability? What is it that you're going to be using? You can start with your private motor vehicle, whether it's car, SUV, van, whatever it is, you can start with it. Make sure that it complies the Americans with Disabilities requirements. You can actually check on their website to make sure that the vehicle that you're using is in compliance with that, because you want people to be comfortable in your vehicle. So like I said, you've applied for the NPI, start looking at the vehicle that you're going to be using. And when you have like a van that is able to carry a wheelchair or a gurney or those kinds of things, then you're going to be paid a higher rate as opposed to you using just your car or your SUV, right? And you will see that the rate that you're going to be getting is so much more that you're going to be making the effort to buy one of those vehicles, like the ones, like I said, that can carry your, people with disabilities who are in wheelchair. And if you're going to be doing that, make sure that you go directly to those people who sell those vehicles to cut out the middleman, because once a middleman is involved, it's going to cost you more. And so you want to cut your expenses as much as possible. And as you start on this journey, you want to start to reduce your expenses as much as, even as you start getting all the things that you need to start your business, right? And so once you've decided on the fleet, then you've gotten back your NPI number. Now you're gonna enroll as a non-medical service provider. That's step 3. Remember, step 1 is to establish your legal structure. Step 2 is to apply for your NPI. Step 3 is to enroll as a non-medical service provider. And you can do this by going on your state's website or your city's website, because it depends on the states that you're in. Depending on the state that you're in, it might be different for most states, right? And once you go, all you have to do is to type in your search bar, let's say, application for non-emergency medical transportation provider. Once you do that, it should take you to your state or your city or your county's website that does this, and you apply. Like I said to you, I'm going to be getting more information on this so that I can do a more detailed dive into this side hustle, because like I've said before, this is a lucrative one and you can make money by providing a service like this, right? It's a win-win. You're providing a service and you're making money doing it, right? So once you've enrolled as a non-medical service provider, then you're gonna wait. I should tell you too that this part of it involves some fees. Again, I don't know what it is in the different states, and so you have to find this out. Just find out how much money you will have to pay as fee to apply and to license to be able to carry people with disability as a non-medical service provider. So make sure that you do your due diligence, start diving deeply in it. Like I've said, it's just basic information that I'm giving you. I just found out about it and I decided I'm going to be doing this video so you can dig deeper to start on this journey. Again, it pays a lot, but you're giving a well needed service, because the thing about it, this industry is over $2 billion in revenue. $2 billion, over $2 billion in revenue. And so you can get a part of this because there are so many persons with disability and there's not enough providers. And this is why it's just the right time for you to get into this kind of business. Okay? If you have questions, drop it in the chat and I will try hardest to respond to them. If not, I'm going to be digging deeply into it, and as I go through the process for myself, I will update you in a new video where I dive deeply into it, and so you can get a better understanding of it and you can move through. But don't wait on that. Dig deeply into it with the information that I've provided and just get started. Like I've always said, don't just consume, implement. And your way of implementing is to use this basic information and to do your research and to start with this business. It is as simple as that. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you joining video after video. If you're new to the channel or if you're coming here but you've not subscribed, please consider subscribing and help us to reach more people. Here at the Wealth Legacy Movement, we're on a mission to help more people stop living paycheck to paycheck and start living a happier, more fulfilling, and a financially free life. So like this video, subscribe to our channel, and engage with us because the algorithm works here on YouTube, and get to turn on the notification bell so you can be notified when we upload new videos. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon. Blessing, friends.